Good morning, good morning. So, I don't know why sometimes it just makes me, I don't know. Okay, here we go. How are you doing? Okay, so we have completed our By the Book Oracle deck series with using the Oracle deck by Colette and Reid, the Enchanted Map Oracle. And here's the cards for those. So what we're going to do today then, so you can see all of those are on the shorts, and I have a whole playlist. So there's 54 of these cards with 54 where we read straight from the book. So you get to, like, on that playlist, find any of the cards you want to hear the meanings to, and you'll hear the meanings read straight from the book. So, but what we're going to do this morning is, I don't know why I've got the giggles now all of a sudden, which I'm grateful I do, because I've been in so yesterday at the end of the White Light Oracle session, where we do draw a card, read from the book, but then we do an automatic writing practice. I don't know. I just I don't know. Yesterday I was crabby yesterday, so I had a little bit of a crab fest, complaining a bit, but that's okay. We're not going to do that today. We're going to try and have a complaint-free day. We got all of our bitching out yesterday. And today is going to be a day of joy. Okay, let's do this first. Close your eyes. We're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. And every time you exhale, they like to say to have the intention of expelling all that no longer serves you, and to exhale in this audible, an audible sigh. You can moan and groan, or you could do whatever it is that comes up for you, and that will help you feel that release. It's combining some of those senses to help feel and bring that intention into reality. So also we're going to be starting out breathing in Mother energy from Mother Earth, connecting with her, grounding in with her. So breathing in nice and slow through your nose. And release. Again, breathing in. Really connecting with her. Now release. You can just wiggle your shoulders, twist your waist, your midsection, stretch any way you like. Really just coming into this moment, into this space, to really give Spirit your full attention, leaving the day leaving the day you've already had behind, and just being fully present in this moment. Breathing in nice and slow through the nose, pulling down Father Son energy through the crown, breathing in. Release. Again, breathing in. Release. Breathing in now through our heart center, through our just the center of everything, pulling in that beautiful source light energy, pulling in Spirit, and bringing those two energies together, Mother Earth and Father Sun, creating this beautiful balance energy that we need to get us through the day, and sending that throughout our whole energetic field. Breathing in nice and slow. And release. Breathing in. And release. Shake, shake, shake. Anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu. I release all energy that does not belong to me. I send it back with love. Let it be, let it be. Just release, brush off. Just do this cleansing, a little energy cleanse, brushing away, brushing away. I brush away all energy that does not belong to me. Send it back to where it came. Let it be, let it be. I send, I normally do this in the shower, and I wash away all energy, so with this soap, but so now sometimes I have a hard time remembering or just coming up with that rhyme that just is just so to get us going without the shower. I release all energy that does not belong to me. I send it back. Let it be, let it be. Send it back with love. Let it be, let it be. There we go. It's very important to do your energy cleanses each and every day. I like to repeat them at least 3 times. You can also use that exercise to do, like if you're just struggling, just like, I release all that is no longer serving me. I release all blame, all pain, all shame, all guilt, regret, whatever it is that's plaguing you. You can use this practice doing that each and every day, and then calling back. Now we have to call back our power. I call back my power. I call it back home, back to where it belongs. From all people, from all places, from all lifetimes, from all events, I call back my power. I call it back home, back to where it belongs. Anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu. Calling in our angels and our guides and our higher selves. Calling in Jesus, Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Freya too. Calling in our ancestors of love and light, our ascended masters, ascension council, galactic council, all those the highest high of love and light, and only those the highest high of love and light, to be here with us together, to help us to be clear channels, receiving and giving the exact messages in which we are meant to receive for our highest good in this moment. Also calling in and asking assistance from archangels Michael, Metatron, Uriel, Azrael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Shamuel, to be here with us, gathered here together, to help keep the space a sacred space, cleansing and clearing all energy that does not belong here, and amplifying all energy that does, and really purifying the energy and helping us to purify our intentions, purify your reasoning for being here, for receiving. Oyana kiano tuiano oyana ayana siana tuiano oyana yakiana siano tuiano oyana iana tuiano oyana iana siano tuiano oyana iana siano tuiano oyana oyana. And then we will also asking from the archangels to help us to see clearly, to see with pure intention, to help us to hear clearly, to help us to feel clearly, help us to know clearly, to bring clarity into our senses, to bring clarity to where we receive the message that we are truly meant to receive for our highest good in this moment, in a way in which we ask ego to step aside, to take the back seat for right now, to really be able to receive the messages with an open and clear heart. Anasiano tu, ayanasiano tuiano, oyana kiano suiano, tuiano oyana, ianasiano tuiano oyana, ianasiano tuiano oyana, ianasiano tuiano oyana, ianasiano tuiano oyana, ayanakiano tuiano oyana, ayanakiano tuiano oyana. And they're just sending a reminder to you to please also put out your intentions, because it takes 2 here. And this is what helps us to receive the clear messages, because then that has it creates this closed circuit between me, you, and spirit in between. Ayanasiano tu, ayanasiano tu, ayanasiano tu. Ayanakana siano tuiano oyanakana siano oyana anasiano tu anasiano tu. Okay, we start out with balancing act. And so it's just interesting. I'm a little nervous, honestly, because I've only done like this full reading from just solely one, solely from an oracle deck, B, solely from one oracle deck. I normally let spirit likes to guide, I normally let spirit guide me, and it normally includes multiple decks and always a tarot. I very much love my tarot. It has a lot to say. And then so this will be interesting. Anasiano tuiano oyana kiano tuiano oyana. They're just reminding me, have no fear, have no fear, have no fear. We are here. Anasiano tu. Next we have Ride the Wave. And once we're done with the reading, I will go through the cards one last time and just show you each and every one of the cards. So that way you have a full look at this deck. So that way you can, if you decide to not, and trust me, I'm not getting any kickbacks from this or anything. I just like to share. But that way, if you decide you want to get it, you can you can get excited about it and get it. Also, don't forget to always look on Facebook and stuff, like Facebook Marketplace, stuff, places like that too, for used decks. My first Oracle deck, which was a Colette Reid deck, but not this one. It was Wisdom of the Oracle. We'll go through that here eventually too, but that I got off of Facebook. I got my first tarot deck off of Facebook. So there you go. Anasiano tu. The point is you don't have to spend a ton of money to get your decks if you can, because you can find them. Into the Unknown. Ooh. Okay, where do you want to go? I feel like she needs to go in the center. And then, and also what I do too is I'll put the ones that I want in, some of the decks that I want in the Save for Later cart. I have a million things in there. I really need to organize it. But anyway, then I'll show you if it goes on a lightning deal or something. Rock Bottom. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. There's your age card there if you get what that reference. Intention. One more, I think. I like that little intention with the little cleaning house. Spring cleaning is coming. All right, so there's that. I think that's it. Yes, that's it. Okay. And I'll take a picture of this reading too, all the cards in this, so in that way, and it'll be under post, so you'll be able to see them. All right, let's see. I don't know why I needed to write that. Something about cleansing the air, cleansing the energy one more time. It's like a Anasiano tuiano oiana, canasiano tuiano oiana, iano suiano tuiano oiana. So they're saying for us, that, the reason why I did that is they want us all, they're going straight into the cleansing house part, but also is something else in here about this. This is the cleaning house. They're talking about this one, but it's also Anasiano tuiano oiana, kiano tuiano oiana, iano suiano tuiano oiana. It's mixed in with this other stuff too, but they're really wanting us to go ahead and act as if it's springtime already, and go ahead and start doing some cleansing and clearing of things, dusting, cracking a window open for a few minutes a day, and just kind of cleansing the air, cleansing the energy in the spaces is starting to get too stagnant, which is doing weird things to your energy. And so they're saying, and you can use your incense and with the intention that it's going to drive all that stagnant, bogging down energy, any energy that doesn't belong there, anything like that, out, pushing it out. So you could do smoke cleanses with your little bundles. You could do it with incense. You could do it with your Palo Santo. You could do it with other things too, like cinnamon stick, stuff like that. You can also be doing essential oil, in diffusers, essential oils in the diffusers. Yeah, but that feels more so the essential oil in the diffusers, what it feels like, they're kind of saying, but again, always listen to your own intuition on this. but they're saying like that feels more like a maintenance kind of thing. But what they're wanting is like a like the deep like energy cleanse. And then you could also go like around in your rooms and do a little sound cleansing too, like really with whatever you have. It could be singing bowls, it could be tuning forks, it could be bells, it could be anything, and you can just kind of like clear like that too, clear the energy that way too. And also making sure too, like you can, remembering that you can be the vocals, you can sing and turn up the music and sing and dance and but again though, just really like and get into the whole, it's more starting out with just taking like doing a good dusting, sweeping, wiping down of things and getting that energy out before like then you can eventually get started with like if you want to like start decluttering a little bit. But that's more like backseat stuff right now. They're saying though, like with us, with everything being closed up for winter time and stuff, it just feels like there's a heaviness in our homes, and it's making us feel like weird. And so we need to like open it up, even though it's cold out, open it up for a few minutes and just sweep it all out. You can do like a little energetic sweep too. You could do a literal slash energetic sweep. You can do, but and you could do whenever you're wiping down, like when you're dusting different surfaces, you can be blessing the different surfaces too. And in whatever way you want to do that, that could sound different for each and every one of us. But they're just saying, just do like a little cleanse, like a little dusting, a little wiping off of things, and a little just cleansing of the energy in the air too, just to like really get it out. And if you are in a place, because they're saying that some of you are like, I don't have a window I can open up. I live like on a in a high rise with windows that are just don't open. They're like, you've got an exhaust fan somewhere, and turn them on. Like turn them on while you do this. You could turn on the bathroom one, the one over the stove. If you dare, you can crack your door open for a few minutes, just to like do like a little ritual cleansing. And but definitely if you don't feel comfortable with the door open, you don't have to, but you can turn on the exhaust fans and like direct everything towards them, so that way they can like in your mind's eye, however you connect, like whether you see it, feel it, know it, whatever it is, feeling that like that energy, that stagnant energy, the heaviness, all of the things going out, picturing it going up and out the exhaust fans, getting sucked up, like it's sucking up all the bad mojo, all the and it's not necessarily bad, it's just heavy. There's like a heaviness that's making it where we're kind of trudging through a little bit, and it's making us, some of us are starting to feel like the effects of like say sad, like the seasonal a little bit of the seasonal depression. And so just watch that because we don't want you to feel we don't want you to be sad. So we're just trying to help you with that, and make sure also with the to adding bits. We know that sometimes it's hard to get into the routine of things, and getting like whenever you feel like this is, and whenever this time of year, it's so easy just to snuggle up on the couch under the blanket and watch a movie, good cry movie, or a good Harry Potter, whatever it is for you, movie. But they're saying just making sure that we have the intention of trying each and every single day to have some motion in some sort of way. We need to have be moving in some sort of way, because the energy inside of us gets it, that movement helps the stagnant energy that's within us move and dissipate. So we are working to cleanse and clear the stagnant energy outside of us, but we're also working to cleanse and clear the stagnant energy that is within us. So we need to move that, like flow. Like you can do and they have all different things on YouTube and all, like you can even search on TV and these smart TVs and stuff, and search on there for the different things too. But you could do the qigong, you could do tai chi, you could do yoga, you could do there's all sorts of like somatic movements and dances and lymph movement stuff you can find on YouTube too. So like find these things, search for these things, and have the intention of having some sort of movement in your day each and every day, and whatever that looks like for you. It can be different each and every day, so where that way you don't get burned out on it or whatever, but just trying to have some sort of motion, some sort of movement, some sort of flow in your body. It can even be dance parties while you're doing the other energetic cleanses. You could be dancing and moving and just making sure you're moving all parts of your body, and just like allowing and feeling into the motion of it too is just very important. Just allowing this free movement and motion of every part of your body, every part of your being. Just allow any stagnant, any energy that needs to get moving and to move. All right. Wanasiano tu, wanasiano tu, anakiano tuiano oyana. Oyana siano tuiano oyana. Oyana kiano tuiano oyana. Kiano suiano tuiano oyana. I keep saying it's a brave new world. It's a brave new world. It's a brave new world. It feels like ayana kiano tuiano oyana. Siano tuiano oyana. It feels like you've been hermiting in, and that it will feel like that. I don't know why all of a sudden my throat chakra's like, so that feels like there's something there. All right. But it feels like almost like starting all over again. Like but not completely. It's just different. It feels like being it's kind of like with like they're showing this little guy again too, like it's like almost like you crawl back into your egg for another round of incubation, and to be able to gather all your pieces back together somehow. Like you've been doing some inner work, some reflection, some all the different things, whatever it is that you needed. Maybe you had even gone through a trauma or a breakup or a big move or something to where maybe some of you are, it is like that, like where it's like some sort of almost tragedy or tragedy, trauma, relationship, something there, and to where you kind of put yourself back in incubation period for a while, which is good and true. Like it's like that's like yay for self-care. But and then there's also somebody who made a big move, and so they kind of went into an incubation period there because of, just getting settled in and everything. And then also you don't know anybody. You're like trying to figure out like your place there. And so they're saying, so it feels like even though you've already gone through these rounds of self-discovery and all these different things, it still feels like this whole starting again and coming back out. Like it's coming, like you've almost like you came out of the closet once and then you went back in, but not in that, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then you went back in for a while, and now you're coming back out again. Like you're coming back out to play. Like you put yourself in timeout, and now you've got to like get used to being able to play with others again. Ana siano tuiano kuiana siano tuiano oyana kiano oyana. It's a reopening of your heart. It's a reopening of learning to trust. It's a reopening of just being able to learning how to socialize again. Really, truly, like we went into like this this incubation period. We went into this incubation period, and we like kind of just put ourselves in hiding, but now we're like ready to like start tiptoeing back out and putting one foot out and being like testing the waters and figuring out like where do we fit, and how do I want to fit into this new way of living and life, and the societal groups that I'm mingling in. How do I want to show up in the world? How do I want to present myself? How do I want to be? And learning how that is, because it's like you've learned like from past and everything, that how you don't want to be, and how you've learned from the ways before about how like the ways that you just weren't proud of maybe, or it just didn't feel right. It wasn't right, didn't feel right and good for you. So now you're trying to figure out like it's going to take this warming up period of figuring out, like coming back out into it's almost like those back in the day where we're presenting you like the little 15, those time period pieces, shows and movies and stuff where they're like, we're presenting you out to society. You're like 15 now. You can like we can have a whole big ball and everything. And it's like you did that, and then you went back in, and now you're coming back out, and you're trying to figure out like, who do I want to be this time? And they're like, that's, be good with that. Like take your time with that, and you can go slow. You can go out and not be like the number one talker of the group. You could just kind of go and just soak it all in. You can just go and receive. You don't have to be the one to like be the chatterbox of and making sure everybody feels. It's amazing that you have this wanting to help everyone feel included and seen and heard, but that doesn't have to be your job each and every time. That doesn't have to be your role each and every time. Sometimes you can just go to receive. Sometimes you can just go to be. Sometimes you could just go and just get the feel and sense of everything again, of what it's like being around people, being like social again. And that's totally okay. Don't feel pressure to like put on a show, or to like don't feel pressure to like speak up and on every topic. Just go and be and receive. Just go and be and receive. And that will, knowing that you have permission, you're giving yourself permission to do that, will help you to actually go. Because sometimes we end up talking ourselves out of going because we don't want to have to like perform. We don't want to like, we just don't have it in us. So you don't go. But here's the thing, you don't have to. You can give yourself permission to just go and be. Just go and be. Don't think about like what's going to happen when you get there. Just go and be. Just be there to receive. Don't like feel like you got to speak up at all. Practically, you can just do enough to like if somebody asks you a personal question, you can answer them, not to be rude, but otherwise you could just kind of chill out. You can chill out. You can just chill out. Give yourself permission to just go and be. Okay. They're trying to make it to where you're not going to talk yourself out of going because you need to go. It's good for you. They're saying just go, take your time with it. Don't feel like you got to dive into the deep end. Just go flow. Go, just be. Go be and receive. Go be and receive. Go be and receive. Don't worry about feeling like you need to help everybody else feel heard and seen. It's not always your job to do that, even though it's very nice that you want to do that. Okay, next. Anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu, anasiano tu. Picking up the pieces, picking up the pieces, picking up the pieces. Oyana, tuyano, suyano, oyana. Oyana, siano, tuyano, oyana. Oyana, siano, tuyano, oyana. Oyana, siano, tuyano, oyana. Picking it, I'm trying to see where they're going with this because they're talking about picking up the pieces, waiting to be seen and heard. Oyana, siano, tuyano, oyana. This feels work related. Oyana, siano, tuyano, oyana. Oyana, kiano, tuyano, oyana. Oyana, siano, tuyano, oyana, kiano, tuyano, oyana. It just feels like something happened at work, maybe where it's like, Anna, it made you feel like very unheard and seen. It feels like Ana kiano tuyano oyana, siano tuyano oyana, kana siano tuyano oyana. To where it feels like each and every day since then, it's like made you feel off, unworthy, unlike just not comfortable there. Like not like it's like made you feel all uncomfortable in your skin again. It's like it feels like it to you. It feels like it set you back with all your work that you've been doing, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good, and it doesn't feel right, and it doesn't feel like it's just had you all like out of sorts. Just not feeling, I don't know, just like uncomfortable in here. Anasiano tuyano oyana kiano tuyano oyana. So that's why they're saying then, like going back to the square one, like with the cleansing and clearing exercises of your energy, going back to square one on all the things they're saying. Go back to square one, go back to square one, go back to square one. Act as if you have just begun. Act as if you're just begun. Act as if you have just begun. Rewind, rewind, rewind. Oyana tiana, siano, tuyano, kuyano, suyano, oyana. Like go back to being like a little baby witch, and go back to being oyana tiano, suyano, oyana, kana siano, oyana. And it's not like you feel, don't go into negative mode of all of my work has been for naught, and look at where I am now. All of this has just thrown me off base. Everything is like just a mess. I don't feel good about any of it. I just feel off. My center is just off. I feel like all like out of sorts on the inside now. It's just all been for not. All my confidence is out the window, everything. Now I'm going, like, now I just feel like back to my 13-year-old awkward self. They're saying don't let yourself spiral. And this is easier said than done. But they're saying, so just going back to the beginning, like taking your nice deep breath in right now. Feeling all of that, breathing all of that in, all of that frustration in. Now release. Just and do it again, breathing in all the anger and the resentment and the just like where you just want to strangle somebody. Breathe all of that in. Breathe all of that in, all of that rage. Release. Like really like feel it. Like feel like mean it in your exhale. Mean it in your vibration. I'm making up words now. Your vibration of your exhale. Mean it in that. Allow that rage to come through and be released. Or allow that anger to come through and be released. Allow it. And then just like, if it needs to come out in a scream of rage, then allow it to. You're allowed to be pissed off. You're allowed to be mad. You're allowed to be frustrated, but we need to not bottle it up, because that's whenever it feels like it's like tearing us apart from the inside. If we don't let ourselves feel it, if we don't let it ourselves express it, if we don't like take like I feel like we almost all need to get one of those plastic baseball bats from kids, and where we could beat pillows with it every time we get just feel this rage, because we've been taught not to feel the rage, but we need to feel the rage. We need to let it flow through us instead of holding it within us, because when we hold it within us, that's when it causes issues. That's whenever it causes pain, and that's whenever it causes like turmoil, and that's whenever it causes like sickness and all like just all the things. So we've got to feel it. We've got to release it. We all need to go and right now to the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they have them there or not. I'm sure Walmart does. Grab a plastic or foam bat. Ooh, maybe a pool noodle. No, it doesn't seem like it would have enough oomph. But it and then just come home and beat the hell out of your couch or all the pillows you have or your bed or something. Don't hurt any, like, don't scare your pets and your kids, or your partners, and just beat the hell out of it and just rage, just scream and shout and just roar. Just let yourself feel it. Let yourself release it. And just like you could stomp, you can just scream and shout and do all the different things. You could put on like punk, like mosh pit band music. You can, all the things. Allow yourself to feel all the things. And then rewind back to square one and be like, okay, fucking pissed off. That's not okay what happened. Let's figure this out. And then go back to square one on everything. Again, just like you release all the rage. Now let's cleanse that shit out of the house. Like, let's do an energy cleanse. Let's clean it off of us so that way you can mentally think clearer. You need to like clear your thoughts on like what's the best move to do next whenever it comes to like the situation, like practical moves. Like, is there something practical that you can actually do about it? And then if there's not, if it's something that if you truly feel like it's something best, like move on from, because it's not going to solve anything by whatever it is, then if there is a way to solve it, then do figure that out, because then you'll be able to think more clearly once you get all the rage out. If this is just something like a one-off thing or something that it's best just to, the best solution would be just to and move on, keep moving forward, knowing you only have like a year or whatever it is there left. But then we need to like, again, with all of it, just go back to square one with who you are too. Like, whenever it comes to like your practice or whatever it is, don't feel like you've like, and all that is the reason why that is because sometimes whenever we get with our healing process, with that, or like, because sometimes it can get to be a lot, right? They're taking us deeper and deeper and deeper into different thoughts and memories and different things we're working through and all the different layers, and it can get deep and it could get hard and it could get tough, but it's amazing too, don't get me wrong, but it can be a lot. So they're just saying the only reason why they're saying go back to square one with it is because that's when they start you out light. That's whenever they take it easy on you at the square one, when you just start out with your healing, like your healing spiral. They start you out at the baby spirals, right? They're like starting you out like easy peasy stuff, right? And so that's why they want you to go back to square one, because then it's like, go back into it softly. Go and that's just part of this season too for everyone. It's not just about you who is dealing with this stuff, this needing to release your rage stuff. This is for all of us right now in this season. We are in a season of needing to do the soft burn, the slow burn. We don't always have to do everything like full on. We can like go like in a soft burn. This is like the time period that we're at right now, like somewhere between like the shedding of the wood snake and then the fire horse, is this beautiful softness. And we need to just lean into that and allow ourselves to take the time right now to be soft with our healing, with our grieving, with our learning, with our everything, our evolution. We can go into it softly. We could do all of this softly and gently. We don't have to be like all of us, like just rip off all the band-aids at once. We can just really just take our time with this healing. We could take our time with socializing. We could take our time with love relationships. We could take our time with business relationships. We can take our time with everything. We could take our time with the spring cleaning. We could do everything slowly and softly. And if we do this, then just keeping in mind that is kind of like with the commitment to moving a little bit each day. And it doesn't have to be like go run a marathon each day, but as long as you commit to yourself that I'm committing to myself, I'm putting the intention out there that I do want to have forward motion in my life right now, but I want to do it softly and gently, and I want to give myself time, and I want to allow myself to just like fully embrace this time of my life and really go slow. I want to go slow and know that that's okay, that we don't have to like, so say if you're in a business, or even if you're a entrepreneur where you're like, you start out at zero, you don't have to, like, you're giving yourself permission, even though right now all you see is like how to make $1 million in a week, call it in, but they're saying like it's okay to go from zero to a gazillion slowly. You don't have to like join the ranks of, it's like taking a little sweet little mare and being like throwing her on the horse racetrack and being like, good luck, see you later. That girl, she's gonna be like, I'm scared, mama, don't make me run out there with all these professional race horses. I can't keep up with them. I'm gonna get trampled. And they're like, it's okay to take your time. It's okay to go slow. Learn how to walk first, then run first, then then trot first, then run, and then just be free with your running before you feel like you've got to jump in the league of the racehorses. You don't have to jump in the league of the racehorses as soon as you're birthed. So just give yourself permission to go against the grain of the societal norms of what you see people wanting. People are wanting like go, earn, make all the money now, do. You need to like, how do you get like build your email list and charge $1 million and get 1 million clients, and then all of a sudden you're a billionaire, and don't stop working and just work every day. And then because if you work every single like 1 million hours a day for 7 years, and you'll never have to work again, and stuff like that. And it's just like, they're like, it's just too much. It's too much. And we need to right now take that deep breath and release all those expectations. Release expectations of needing to have the nicest purse, needing to not have the nicest car, needing to have the nicest house, needing to have like to be able to go out all the time to dinners and to movies and to events and all the different things that cost so much money. And whenever all you really want to do is watch a movie on YouTube or on Netflix or whatever it is that you're streaming on, or renting a movie like online. And that's all you really want to do with a bowl of popcorn. Maybe your socialization limit is you're going to invite 2 girlfriends over, or maybe just one, and be done with it. And have that like fills your heart and soul. And they want you to give yourself permission for that life to be your life, because that's beautiful. It's beautiful. You don't have to go and do all the things. You don't have to have all the nicest things because you feel like all these other people in your industry, whether it's real estate, whether it's accounting, financial, banking, whatever it is, because they all have the nicest everything because their goals are to be the president of the company. It doesn't mean that that has to be you. You can be absolutely beautifully, have a beautiful life, and it's okay to give yourself permission. This is like the main message that they want us to have, is giving ourselves permission to do these different things in these different ways. Give yourself permission to, like, if you have like a little mill house and you shop thrift, and it makes you amazingly happy to keep your friend group very small, and that's, or maybe even you're tinier, you want a tiny house and you want to have like 5 outfits and that's it, and rotate those. And because what's that called? I'm always impressed with those, the core closets or whatever it's called. That's not what it's called, but you know what I mean. But they're saying, so like if you're that person, be good with that person. Give yourself permission to be that person. If that's who you're wanting, is calling, your heart's calling out to be, but you're like, but nobody else in my industry is doing that. Like they all like have like the best of this, and that best of that, and they all strive to be like, have millions of dollars in sales, and I don't really care about that. I just want to have enough to live happy. And maybe you're in, and you go on a hike every now and then, or tube down the river, or whatever it is that floats your boat. They're saying give yourself permission to do that, even if it's against the grain of everybody else that's in your office or in your field or whatever it is. Give yourself permission to go against the grain, to be your own soul, to be your own truth, to be your own, like, because then you can start a whole new wave, a whole new pattern. You can be like fuck it all, and be like, let's just do our own thing. And then just you'll be amazed about how many people you could give permission to just by being you in this way, for them to be themselves in this way. Oh, thank God I don't have to put up the pretense of, needing to like buy all these fancy clothes whenever I don't even like them. You will give permission to others in that way. You will give permission to others in that way. If you decide like you don't want to walk into the office having to have full makeup on, or wearing whatever it is, you want to dress like, wear like, you don't like makeup, you've never liked it, and so why is that like part of your routine? If it doesn't make you feel comfortable, then go in and see just see what happens. You could be giving a dozen other women permission. Oh, finally, thank God I don't have to do that anymore. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with makeup. That was just an example, but still. We fall into these habits of feeling like we have to do this and we have to do that, and we have to show up in this way, and we have to follow like the standard, the industry standard. And we don't. We can create our own industry standard. And no matter what the field looks like, you can if you want to just like, and that could go in the opposite way. If you're in a hippy dippy field, but you love a good dress suit and makeup, full makeup and hair, girl, do it. Be that, because then maybe you'll attract all those other professional people that look just like you, and they'll be like, oh girl, thank you, I was waiting for you. So follow your heart and follow what's true to you, because that's what will be attracted then to you. So wow, we've covered a good bit here. It's like, so coming out of the closet, the eggshell, the whatever it is there, We talked about letting out all the rage, cleansing, clearing all the energy. I really like the plastic baseball bat idea. I remember I used to break a lot though when I was a kid. So we'll have to see how that goes. I wonder if there is like a foam version. All right. And then what else? Anasiana, getting movement into your day. Ianasiana tuiana oina, allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to go at your own pace. Oyana kiano tuiana oina siana oina. Ayana siano tuiana oina. Iana kiano suiana oina. Anything else, Spirit? Ayana siano tuiana oina kiano tuiana oina. Something about splitting hairs, splitting hairs. Oyana kana siano tuiana oyana. Making sure you're not splitting hairs. Let's see. Ana kana siano tuiano oyana. Iano suiano tuiano oyana. Iano suiano tuiano oyana. This is talking about relationships. This is talking about like, and anasiano tuiano oyana kana siano tuiano oyana. And I think they're kind of giving me a little bit of a finger wag about yesterday's little crab bust too. But they're also talking about like relationships, like having these back and forths with partners or with friends or even with people online or with whatever it is. They're like, be careful you're not splitting hairs. Or workplace too. They're saying they're bringing back up the workplace. So somebody's there's some industry stuff going on there. But they're saying make sure you're not splitting hairs. Like make sure you're not like oyana kana siano tuiano oyana kayana siano oyana, like nitpicking, like to the point of like they're just like, sometimes you just need to let it go. Sometimes you just need to let it go. Take a deep breath right now. And release. Wiggle those shoulders. Just let all of that, just like frustration, let it out, let it go. Because sometimes it's just not worth the fight. You're just like trying to split these hairs and it's just not worth it. And you got to let it go. You're not getting anywhere with it. You're just like, it's almost like they're showing like this, you're there with these tweezers to this one little hair and you're trying to like literally split the hair, and it's like you're just not getting anywhere. And they're saying just let it go. Your point is not getting across, or it's not enough to, these aren't deal breakers. These are just like ayana tuiano oyana kiano tuiano oyana. It's almost like pride points. Us being in our pride, like it's like it feels like it goes against who we are personally. So we're taking offense to all these whatever it is for you, whatever it is for me, we're taking offense to it, and it goes against our ideals personally. So we're like trying to, we keep picking at it. We keep picking at it. We keep picking at it. We keep picking at it because it goes against our personal principles or ideals or beliefs, that kind of thing. But it's not us. These certain things, they're not saying don't stand up for what you believe in, but it's these certain things. They're like, you know what we're talking about. Stop picking at it. You keep picking at it, and it's not getting you anywhere personally except for frustrated and irritated and just bogged down and stuck in like this perpetual loop of irritation. And it's like causing you frustration and irritation, and it's keeping you in this hamster wheel of non-moving forward, because you're still back here spinning in this prideful ego set, like of a hamster wheel going, I'm going to get my point across. This is my beliefs. These are my ideals. These are my principles. And you're going against my ideals. You're going against my principles. You're going against what I all the what I believe in and what I think is fair and what I think is true and all the different things, and I'm just over here, and then everybody else, they're all just going, all these people that you're like, it's that you're, it's just like they're just moving on. Like everybody else is just marching on by while you're over here spinning in your hamster wheel. You're not getting any forward motion, and you're splitting hairs. You're not, like, you're just causing yourself more frustration than it would if you were just to simply keep moving forward, keep working towards what you believe in and what you believe is right and true. Keep doing your work that is good and right and true to you. Keep moving forward in what you believe in. But get out of the hamster loop of the argument part of it, the trying to prove your point side of it, trying to nitpick it apart. Like, this is what I, if you could just do it this way, if you could just see it my way, if you could just, like, oyana kiano tuiano oyana siano oyana, tweak it just so to where it fits my ideals, then it'll be okay. And whenever you say it like that, ayana kiano tuiano oyana siano tuiano oyana, I see you, I see you, I see you, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. Okay, so we all have to remember that we all have different ideals, different principles, different belief systems whenever it comes to money, finances, what we charge, what we buy, how we spend money, our belief systems and money. We all have to, like, and same thing whenever it comes to anything, relationships and love and property matters and all the things, and food. Diet is a huge belief system thing. And so we have to remember that we, each and every one of us, have these different things, to where if you don't want other people coming and harping on you about, like, if you could just tweak it like this, if you could just do it like this, if you could just do it my way, then you would be okay. Then you wouldn't be going against my belief system. And whenever you put it like that, Spirit, I get it, and I'm sorry. But they're saying, like, just, like, remembering that, like, remembering you don't want other people up in your grill saying your way is wrong, your way is not the right way, your way is, you're the wrong person in this scenario, not me. I'm the one that's doing it the right way. You should be charging this, or you should be believing in this, or you should be eating this, or you should be living this way, or you should be meditating this way, or whatever it is, right? You don't want them coming at you that way and saying this is the way things should be done. So we need to remember that whenever we are, like, drilling down, doubling down on our principles and our beliefs and our ideals on different things, that there is more than one way to look at things. And there's more than one path, and there's more than one ideal. And this isn't about right and wrong when it comes to, like say, abuse and stuff like that. We're not there. We're not in that conversation. So we just need to remember that this is not every story is not based on our story. Every story is not based on our story, so we need to remember that, and we need to, for lack of better words, stay in our own lane. But keep working on that. Being said, keep showing up in your truth and living by example, to where, again, it gives, just like with the other things, changing industry standards and different things. Just like with that, you're leading by example. You're giving permission to others by giving yourself permission to do certain things. So, like, if your ideal, if this is about diet and how you eat and how you feel like other people should eat, if this is about money and how much you charge and how much you think other people should charge. If this is about makeup or dressing or how you dress or the cars you drive or how to recycle or whatever it is for you, we need to sometimes, if there's like this, like a certain argument that's just keeping us stuck in a hamster wheel to where we're not moving forward, we're not getting anywhere, just give ourselves permission to step out of that and start living an example and living our truth fully and expressively to where we are giving other people permission to follow suit if they wish. We're not forcing other people to follow suit. We are giving permission to follow suit, and we're just showing the way, our way, and being like, this is how I'm doing it. If you would like to come along, walk hand in hand, side by side, you're more than welcome to. If you just wish me, if you're like, no thanks, best of luck, peace out, then that's fine too. We have to remember that we're all living our different stories and we're all here to learn different lessons. We are all here to learn different lessons. So our priorities are going to be different than each other's. Our focus is going to be different than others. Your main focus could be on this and the right and wrongs of this scenario. But that could be something totally different than somebody else's focus. They may not hardly even think about your focus. That may be an afterthought. So for you to try and force your focus on them, it's not going to compute. Just like if anybody else was to come at you with something that, like, say if your main focus right now in your life, because your main lesson right now in life is about environmental issues. That's your main thing. You're going to fight to the death on it. This is my beliefs. This is my core principles. This is what is right and true to me. And you are like trying to beat that into all of your beliefs into every single person you come across. But they're not fully, completely, people aren't fully and completely receiving it because maybe their main focus isn't environmental. Theirs is like pet rescue. Or theirs is like vegan, to where they're saving the planet from how they eat, and like trying to get everybody else to eat in that way too, to save like lives and water and all the things. Or maybe their main focus doesn't have anything to do with that at all, but it has to do with financial stuff and like helping people, women, like feel financially secure. Or maybe the point is that there's everybody, each and every one of us are these big main focuses. So if we are trying to bash our main focus into other people's main focus, like, and other people, they're not going to be able to even receive it. They're not going to be able to. It's too much because they have their own main focus that they're working on. We're all on different paths here. We're all in different things. Just like if somebody was to come at you 20 years ago with the focus that you're on now, when your focus was on something else, you wouldn't have heard it. You would have been like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm into fitness right now. I'm not. I need to be. So you just have to remember that. You have to remember where you were and where you are, where you could be, all the different things, and just respect everybody else's journeys. Respect everybody else's story. Respect everybody else's in a different place, learning a different lesson. You live your best, truest life, and just know that other people just aren't going to get it sometimes. They're just not. If they ask you to share, like, what's happening? What are you doing? This is like intriguing me. Your story is intriguing me. I want to hear about it. Then by all means share it. But just don't be the preacher in the corner screaming at everybody that they're going to hell if they don't do this or that. Because that's what you turn into whenever you try and like shove your story down somebody else's throat. Even if your message is right and true, even if your message has a million different amazing, beautiful points, even if your message is like the one true and only message in the whole wide world, it's not going to get anywhere by you screaming on the side of the corner, like telling everybody that they're going to hell, because that's how it's coming across. because they're not where you are. And we just have to remember that. We have to remember that you'll be like shouting out into Never Never Land, and your message is going to be totally lost. And you're just going to be there. People are going to like not be hearing things that they could be hearing from you, because you're drowning it out, trying to shove your this other main thing down their throats. So just remembering that, live your truth in the way that best honors you, without trying to force that truth on others, because we're all in different places. And you may not even mean to be doing it. I know I don't mean to be doing it when I'm doing it. So I need to watch that too. We all need to watch that. We all need to watch and know that our principles may feel fully and completely right and true to us. But we need to remember that this is our story that we're living in. And we can't open up somebody else's book and shove our story and shove our book inside. We can't do that. It doesn't work like that. So just take that deep breath in and release all of that pressure of needing to save the world. We can't. We can't save the whole world. But we can do our best to live our best lives, be the best examples of what it is that we believe is right and true that we can be, helping as many as we can in that way too, and doing what's right and true without like clogging the airways with over preaching or over arguing a point, overly splitting hairs. Sometimes we just need to let it go for the good of all. Sometimes we need to let some arguments go. So if you're like arguing with a partner over something, sometimes it's just best just to let it go and move on. It's not worth splitting hairs over. It's not. I don't eat meat. My partner eats meat. I'm not going to force him. Not that we're on two different paths on that. He loves his chicken. And I used to love my chicken. I wouldn't want somebody like 30 years ago to come and be like, you're a bad person because you eat chicken. That's not okay. And I know he's not a bad person because he likes his chicken. So he's on his own path with that. We have to. So that's like one scenario that I can kind of fit in to be able to compare it then to anything else. Like you can compare that to anything else, kind of like plug in those scenarios and be like, you know what? That's right. That's true. I wouldn't have wanted somebody to come and say, no, you need to believe this. You need to believe that this is right and true, not what you think is right and true. So we need to just stop splitting hairs. Let the argument go. Knowing that you live your right and truth, let them live their what is right and true. And just be right and true. Just be in your own truth. Okay. And I hope that makes sense. I hope that doesn't mean like just, yeah, I hope it makes sense. Because you're not like letting people be bad people, if that makes sense. Because that's not what I mean. Okay. But I think you know what I mean. Okay, so I think we've covered everything. Is that everything? Ayana siano tu, ayana kiano tuiano oyana kiano tuiano oyana, iana suiano tuiano oyana. So again, they're just pulling everything back together, just saying we just need to give ourselves permission to ana kiano tuiano oyana, to enter this flow state, ana kiano tuiano oyana, in all the different ways. Flowing, cleansing, and clearing the energy in our surroundings, in ourselves, all the things, like with movement and with movement outside of us. What is iana kiano tuiano oyana? What is outside? What is inside? Creating movement, creating flow, cleansing and clearing all energy that does not belong here, all the different things. And then also keep giving ourselves permission to get in this nice flow, slow flow, growing, slow and flowing, growing in the flow, slow, whatever it is. Allowing ourselves to grow slow and to heal like in our own way, at our own pace, not feeling rushed to get to the end of, like, say if you're grieving or whatever it is, don't feel like you have to like get to the end with it like a marathon sprint. You can go at your own pace. Do what's right and true for you. Go slow. If you're trying to come back out and to be social again, you could do that slowly. Get out there, show up, or go to like a farmer's market and not by yourself and not talk to anybody. Just walk around. Just getting used to being around others. You could do things like that. You don't have to like dive into big giant social events. You don't have to like go to a giant booming house party. Go slow. Come back out into the open at your own pace. Give yourself permission in each and every one of these scenarios to go at your own pace, and to also to like not feel like you have to release all frustration and anger. Don't feel like you have to hold on to that. But then also sometimes it means letting go of an argument, not dying on the cross for that. One thing that's like your tried and true, like it's not worth, some things are not worth it. Sometimes your point comes across better by living by example. So there you go. And I hope I feel like I need to get up and stretch and do some flow myself now, but I hope that was helpful. I felt like that was long, and I hope I didn't overextend all of that, but it is what it is. I just felt like it, whatever needed to come out, needed to come out. So we need to, this is like ways of getting past, they're trying to help us get past like feeling stuck, like getting off the hamster wheel, or getting out of the coat closet that we've been hiding in, or just getting out of this place of like frustration and tension and worry and doubt and fear and all the different things. They're trying to help us to move forward, and they're like, and giving ourselves permission to do that in a different way will help us to get there, instead of being like looking at how it's done, how what other people or expectations are. We're not doing that anymore. We're creating our own standards here, and living by those. So amen, and so it is. Hope you have an amazing day. Oh wait, I meant to do this. So I know this is already long, but I promised I would do this, so I want to do it. So again, these cards were from the Colette Reid Enchanted Map Oracle card deck, and the ones that we just used. This one, Intention, Balancing Act, Into the Unknown, Rock Bottom, Ride the Wave, and Cleaning House. So those were the cards from the reading. I'm going to adjust this background thing. So, and then here's the rest of the cards. I'm going to just go through them real quick, just so you can see each and every single one of them. This was one of my, since my first Oracle card deck was the Colette Reid Oracle deck of the Wisdom of the Oracle. This was one of my probably second or third one, because I'm like that, where it's like if I like her one thing, then I'm wanting them all. Like kind of like with Rebecca Campbell, I want all of hers. I love those. I still want the Light Seers one of Rebecca Campbell's, and I don't have the Rose one either. I think those are the two that I don't have. each and every one of these, you can hear the meaning of within the, I don't remember doing that, but we must have, within the playlist. And so now, since we're done with this, then we're going to have to pick our next deck to go through. If you have any questions about this deck at all, just let me know. At first I was like, how'd that get in the middle? We just did that one today. But it was because we shuffled. I like that one. Bone collector, I like that one too. I just love like that these creators of these decks, like, because I would love to create a deck, but like they like actually did the thing, right? They like actually did the thing. All right, last one. There we go. So now we got to decide which deck are we going to do next. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, much love.